I seen it and I was like, huh? Because it's called TikTok exposes employers for using AI in job interviews. Yeah. I was like, what? What? Like, is this how bad it's actually getting? First, they done screening with AI, now they even tried to automate interviews. Yup. Yep. The whole hiring process is just going to be done by an AI. You won't even, like, know what the hell anyone is like until you show up for the job and then you find out it's like some nightmare. Yeah, so I was interested to see how bad this is. Very interested. So let's see.
Just when you think AI has gone too far, it gets taken 10 steps further.
Yay!
Hello, I'm Alex, the recruiter at Club Pilates. Thank you for taking the time to interview today. As a sales associate at Club Pilates, you'll be working the front desk. Your main tasks include reaching out to leads, inviting them for an introductory Pilates class, and guiding them through our membership options to sign them up.
You can tell right off the bat that this is not a real person.
This position heavily involves sales, so we seek someone with strong multitasking skills and a collaborative spirit. Does this align with what you're looking for?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Great. Let's dive in.
Wow.
I find this to be...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, okay. You know what? If that was like the introduction... No, because then what? Then a real person is gonna come on after that introduction and do an interview? Like, why can't the actual person do the interview? No, never mind. I changed my mind. Changed my mind. If an employer can't even show up to an interview to interview you, then they will be very shitty to you in the workplace. Yeah, true. You can't even show up to interview the person that you're trying to hire.
Absolutely disgusting. The fact that employers can get away with not showing up for us and using AI to conduct interviews for their company, but we're still expected to put a full face of makeup on, or do our hair, or put on our nicest clothes, and show our face on camera when there isn't even a real human being on the other side, is not only incredibly unfair, but it's...
Like, okay, if they're using AI to interview me, then I can use AI to do the interview, right? Right?
Lazy, it's disrespectful, and straight up dehumanizing. But this is where we are in 2025. These big corporations are allowed to phone it in as much as they please, but if we don't have a master's degree from Harvard and a Nobel Peace Prize on top of that, then we don't have what it takes to be hired? Okay.
Dude, I'm actually fucking cooked. Cashier, sales associate, midday, second
No,
shift.
this is Indeed. This is what I use. No.
For Scotchman. You know what Scotchman is?
Okay, but honestly, every time I've been looking on Indeed lately, not that I have in a while, but when I was before, there's a lot of sketchy looking posts that are showing up now, and it's scaring me. Because I don't know what else to use other than Indeed. Like, what the frick? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Scotchman is a fucking gas station, right? Look what they want. A fucking master's degree! No, I don't have a master's degree.
What?
I'm fresh out of high school. What the fuck?
And I can guarantee
What?
you, even though you had to dedicate probably...
A master's degree for what? For what? To freaking what? Pump gas or whatever the heck it was? Hello, how are you doing? There are scams on there that are there to steal your identity. Yeah, I would believe it. I would believe it. Indeed keeps recommending me jobs that are the opposite of what I put in my profile. Oh, you wanted to be a cashier? Okay, here's a manual labor job.
6 years of your life to getting that degree, they still won't even bother to take 6 minutes out of their day to interview you face to face for the job and get AI to do it instead. Is that how people are getting rewarded for all their hard work nowadays?
Now Pilates, vertical bar 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 Pilates.
Huh?
Vertical bar Pilates, 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 vertical bar Pilates to Pilates, vertical bar 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 Pilates.
What is happening?
This is how
What is happening? Vertical bar Pilates, vertical bar Pilates. You know, pumping gas requires a master's degree. You gotta know how to put the gas pump in the gas hole and pump the gas. Yep.
truly little they care about us anymore. Do you know how disgusting it is to make a potential employee sit through this? This real woman was just trying to tell this company her schedule, her availability, and that she's ready to start at any time. And all she gets in response is an AI interviewer completely malfunctioning and responding with vertical bar Pilates, vertical bar Pilates, vertical bar Pilates over and over and over again until it somehow runs out of breath. This is just a slap in the face because not only can they not even show up for the interview, but they can't even make sure it works correctly for the person being interviewed. It just makes me angry how normalized this is becoming. And I completely agree with this comment. It should be an eye for an eye. If they think it's perfectly okay to use an AI interviewer, then it should be perfectly okay for me to use an AI interviewee. No?
Exactly.
It's touch Beslet, 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 let's touch Beslet, it's touch Beslet, it's touch.
In case you couldn't
I don't know, man. That sounds kind of sus. Are you in there in a job interview or are you listening to corn? What the frick? Or speaking friggin' Sims language? What the heck? I'll say this, while I wouldn't recommend welding to anyone, at least it's always in demand and they have to test you on site for an interview, so there isn't any of this. Oh, nice. Okay, good. No bullshit then. That sounds good. I mean, welding makes good money, I think, yeah? So it's a pretty good job to get into. Also, welcome in, Trophia. Welcome in.
understand what it is that this AI was trying and clearly failing to say, it was, let's touch base. And you know what doesn't break down and collapse when...
Wait, let's touch base. Okay, hold on.
Let's touch base.
Oh.
In case you couldn't...
Okay, yep. I hear it now.
Failing to say,
I...
it was, let's touch base. And you know what doesn't break down and collapse when they try and say that? A goddamn human. A living, breathing human being wouldn't waste time and have an interview be cut short because they're malfunctioning like a goddamn Five Nights at Freddy's.
And can I also ask, okay, so after this AI did the interview, how are you gonna determine how the interview went and if you should hire them? It can, but it's not what it used to be, but that's every trade. Yeah, fair. That is fair. Yeah, everywhere kind of underpays now, don't they? More AI, obviously. They're gonna have to go through AI to check how the AI interview went.
Animatronic while trying to say 3 of the most basic words known to the human language. It's absolutely pathetic. And again, even with schooling comes the hypocrisy. Because this guy on TikTok said, just a reminder that at any point point, you can be accused of using AI to complete schoolwork, and there's basically no other way to prove otherwise. This infuriates me for several different reasons. Not wanting students to use AI and then trusting AI over your students is crazy to me. I completely agree with this, because how are you not only going to use AI as your job interviewer, and we're not allowed to use AI in any capacity for our interviews, but you're also going to tell students not to use AI when using AI detection programming on their work when it wasn't written by AI to begin with? I'm sorry, but how's that fair? I'm actually curious if the rise of AI has caused...
It's not fair, that's the point.
...students to start using less elaborate language because they're scared of being accused of using AI. Do you see why this whole AI experiment is quickly becoming sinister? Because now, if your schoolwork is too well written, then you're accused of using AI. So the only workaround to that is to purposely dumb your own work down so that when teachers pass it through an AI detector, it passes as human. And is that not just the most insulting thing ever? Not only—
Oh my god. You gotta make yourself dumb so that they'll trust you. There's no faith. Everyone's just, all the students are dumb, so there's no way they can be smart, right? No way.
You have to make yourself look less intelligent than you are to accommodate to paranoid teachers, but AI is basically insinuating that we're stupid. Because if it was written like an idiot worked on it, then it must be written by a human, right? AI thinks we're stupid and we made it.
Who cares if the kids use AI when the exams hit and they didn't study, right? Then they're gonna fail. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. If they use AI, that's on them. Because they'll just fail and then have to keep redoing it. And then they'll learn to not use the freaking AI, that they have to actually do the work themselves.
Oh. Don't even get me started. And this is why it's disgusting that teachers and job employers are using AI on us now when deciding whether or not to pass us or to hire us, because at the end of it, AI is just replacing us anyways.
Oh my god, look at the text though. It was all messed up. 0 sugar maximum energy. Unleash the ultra.
Just replacing us anyways. So what is the point to any of this? It genuinely feels so hopeless. How are you supposed to create a new generation of people in the workforce when this is what you have them looking forward to? What's the point in studying so hard or working so hard if at the end of all of that hard work, it's just going to be AI replacing you anyways? It's depressing, because is there a future for us anymore? There's just something sinister about how inescapable it's becoming. It's being used to check schoolwork. It's being used in job interviews. It's being used in advertisements.
Oh, God.
And now even nail technicians are being affected by AI because their clients keep asking for unrealistic designs generated by AI. And
how do you think that a nail... How are they gonna do that? How are they gonna do that? Oh my god! Oh my god, why are there so many dumb people in the world? Why? Why? That nail is freaking face. Freaking face. Yeah, like, what the heck? Yes, can you please paint my nails so that they're translucent with a literal flower inside of them, please and thank you? AI is good for a lot of things, but it shouldn't be a thing we should rely on always, because AI doesn't have intuition or emotions. Yeah. Yeah. I almost never use AI. And I have a coworker who literally has a chat GPT pulled up all the time, because whenever she needs to search something, she will now use chat GPT. And oh my god, I want to just absolutely lose my literal shit. It makes me want to scream, because I'm like, Why are you using ChatGPT like it's Google? Just do your own research. I don't even like when I Google and the AI is the top answer. I most of the time will still scroll down to try and make sure it's right, because there's been a lot of times where it's not giving you the right answer. I hope you enjoyed the crispy onions, Ezio. I know a nail salon that uses a 3D printer. That's really cool, Dimitri. That's cool. I mean, if the nail salon is capable of doing it because they have a 3D printer, then cool. But if you're just going into a regular nail salon and you're showing them this, no. Now, one of my ex-friends used the Facebook AI. Okay. One of my ex-friends used the Facebook AI all the time. Freaking hell. I did not even know Facebook has AI. What? ChatGPT is making everyone unable to think. Yeah, no kidding. They're just like, oh, just write this thing for me. Generate this other thing for me. How do I apologize to my friend for being an asshole? Write me an apology. Meta AI? Oh, I blocked it and it's I blocked it and it still messages me. It's just sending you messages now. Why have you blocked me? Please unblock. Please unblock. Everything is getting AI, like those self-driving cars that cause traffic jam. I don't know that I would ever trust a self-driving car. It sounds nice in theory, but no thanks. Not unless every single other car on the road is self-driving, where then you don't have to worry like as much, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. This is why you can never be like Zen. The speech to text to speech would have a nervous breakdown trying to understand what you're saying. The custom make decorative nails because people kept asking for that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Well, that was a smart nail salon then. They were like, well, everyone keeps coming in here and asking for this shit that we can't do, so let's just get a 3D printer. The only AI I use is character chatbots, and even then I have to edit the responses to fit the story better. Nice. Yeah, I mean, using it as exactly what it's intended for, as a tool to kind of maybe help you form an idea or something, and then you take that and you put your own stuff into it. I've done that. Best thing though is seeing people on socials trying to use the inbuilt AI to write things for them and being rebounded because it cannot write offensive. Saw it yesterday on Twitter and it was absurd. This person kept arguing with the AI and then insulting it. Oh my god, that's funny. Please write me a huge, massive, insulting thing to this person. And the AI is just like, sorry, I cannot do that. You piece of shit robot, please write it. No, sorry, I cannot do that.
Generated by AI. And not only is it concerning for the nail technicians who are constantly being asked to perform the impossible, but it's concerning that so many people are now unable to tell the difference between what's real and what's AI. So they end up being disappointed that they can't get something that isn't even real to begin with. So again, AI
Yes, please make my nails look like an actual jewel. Thank you.
is quite literally painful for everyone in all professions on both sides, whether that be the customer or the provider. And in even more terrifying news, on April 29th, it was reported that Duolingo will replace contract workers with AI. And the company is going to be an AI first, says its CEO. And if that is
Duolingo isn't that the language thing that everyone rants and raves about? They're like, oh my god, Duolingo is so awesome. Am I wrong? What? And now they came out with that statement? Oh my god. Please tell me they got a ton of backlash. Please.
Isn't the most horrifying look into our future? I don't know what is. Humans are quite literally abandoning humanity in their offices in favor of free work. They just don't want to admit that. They just want.
Damn. Hold on. Let me see. Duolingo AI first. That was just recently. That was announced on April 28th, 2025. Duolingo will replace contract workers with AI. Wow. Okay, then. Okay. I guess we'll have to see how that goes. We're gonna have to see how that goes. I wonder who's gonna buy all the products and services made by AI once everyone has been fired. See? This is also what I want to know. This is what I want to know. These companies are all like, hell yeah, we're gonna save all this money because we can fire everyone and make AI do the work for free. But okay, so now everyone has no job, and then you're gonna be sitting there wondering, oh my god, no one's buying our products anymore. And lo and behold, it's because you fired everyone, so no one has any money anymore. Like, are you really this dumb? Also, welcome in, Red. Welcome in. Duolingo has a lot of data to work with. Like, yeah, I guess it depends on how, like, they're implementing it. I don't even know. I don't know. I can't shit on them entirely until I know how they're implementing it. So if you use Duolingo, you might want to see what they're doing.
Want to use us as an excuse. Oh, we're doing it for you. It will be more efficient for you.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Sure it will be. AI is already changing how work gets done. It's not a question of if or when. It's happening now, Arn's email reads. When there's a shift this big, the worst thing you can do is wait. That is the worst thing you can do.
Oh my god.
The worst thing you can do is not use AI and encourage a human-only workforce. That's the worst thing. Oh my god. The fact that to billionaires, that is the worst case scenario, and not losing their job to AI that they've invested years of their life into, losing their paycheck to AI, and therefore not being able to properly provide for their families is so incredibly tone deaf. I don't even have words for it. Throughout the email, Arn describes how Duolingo will transition to becoming a more AI-focused company, including not using contractors to do work that AI can handle. So he's basically implying that if AI can do your job, you are essentially useless and replaceable. And I don't know how more...
Okay. If they want to use AI to handle things because they just have an astronomical amount of stuff and then AI can handle some of that stuff, I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is if they fire people to replace their job with AI. That's what I have the problem with. So if you are using AI to handle things that a human doesn't need to handle, but then you take those employees and you make them handle other things, fine, whatever. But if you're taking those people and you're being like, okay, we don't need you anymore, bye, and then you make AI use the job, that's where I have the problem.
People aren't in an uproar over this. The reason Duolingo is as successful of a company as it is today is because of those human beings that you're currently replacing. So let's see how well it goes without them, huh? I don't see it going well funnily enough, because the people have made their voice known. They're deleting the app entirely and breaking their 1,000-day streaks to teach Duolingo a very valuable lesson.
Oh my god, yep. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Or implement AI in a way that can assist your employees. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. People wonder why Terminator sounds so close to happening. I can see a big shift of work going into healthcare. It's in demand, it's on site, and we have an aging population. It's going to be a while before robots are wiping butts. Robot comes in with a napkin. Please bend over. I will wipe your butt. I would appreciate an AI customer service kiosk, the way customer service associates get cursed at for merely following policy. Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be fine. Because there's a lot of, like, customer service questions that come in where it literally could just be answered by an AI. Like, oh, here's the link to this, or this is the button you need to press, or whatever. Not all of the questions that come in need a human. Greetings, human. Your butt napkin is ready, please. Please assume position for wiping. Power wash simulator as training data. Welcome in, Eli. Welcome in.
Treat humans like they're expendable, we're gonna treat you the exact same way.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but if you are not using AI at work, you're gonna be left behind.
No! You've got this all mixed up! We will only be left behind if we keep using it. The only reason that people are getting left behind at their jobs for not using AI is because of the AI themselves. The AI is stealing our jobs and replacing us. So what we
not to mention that, like, people are going to become reliant, or are becoming reliant on this AI stuff to generate things for them and do things for them, that we're going to start, like, not knowing how to do things anymore.
Should be doing is denouncing
it's gonna get
AI
bad.
and banning it from the workplace. Oh my god, the solution.
But, like, people are not going to know how to make, like, basic data charts or something.
It's so simple. Why are we falling into its trap? Humans will not be left behind by AI if we don't use the AI. 2 + 2 = 4, people. And the fact that celebrities like Katy Perry are now starting to use AI visuals and graphics at her concerts makes everything so much worse.
Oh my gosh.
It just starts a
that looks so
dangerous
bad.
trend for future artists on tour. Katy charges people up to $300 to see her in concert. So the fact—
oh my god, and then you pay $300 to go to her concert, and she has shitty ass screens all over the stage filled with AI stuff. Wow. Wow. I know my company has banned third-party AI usage because there's a lot of confidential data that goes through it. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you're freaking entering all this confidential data. Yep. And now it's out there in the AI world for everyone to hack and find. Not bad to use AI, but you should still have a human to oversee things. Yeah. Yeah, if you're using AI to generate a chart, then you need someone to go over the chart to make sure everything's accurate. My eye doctor told me his kids will say something they've heard on TikTok and he has to correct them all the time because of all the false information on there. So it doesn't surprise me that a TikToker is saying use AI to not be left behind. True. Because Katy Perry doesn't have enough money to hire real humans to do real things for her on screen. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's too poor. Yeah, she needs to use the AI. That makes sense. She's just so poor. The AI thing at a concert, I mean, to be fair, you have to get a consent from each person showed in the video, which can be a massive pain in the butt, especially financial. True, but you could just also not use pictures and you could just decorate the stage with stuff like people have been doing for many, many years. You could do that. Or like a cartoon or something. You know?
That people who work in graphic design or videography and editing lost their jobs in favor of AI slop that was generated in 10 seconds for free makes that price of $300 seem like a complete and total rip-off. Because what exactly would you be paying $300 for? If there's less people to pay, then where's that money going to?
Just for her name.
That's right, Katy Perry's greedy ass.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
pure laziness and a lack of regard for her fans, and it sickens me. Because what are they paying $300 for? If that money isn't going to a team of employees behind the tour, then what are these long-time fans getting their money's worth out of? Because it's certainly not your dancing, I'll tell you that right now. So why exactly is it $300 if the production is this cheap? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye! Oh my god, guys. Fluffles, the world is going to be taken over by AI. Everyone's gonna be dumb. They're not gonna know how to do anything. Everything's gonna be terrible, cheaply made. It's gonna be like horrible, cringy movies. And my life.